The arrival of Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari has created an immense impact in the world of Formula One. But what truly stands out is how his driving style is transforming the team. Just a few days after becoming acquainted with the new Ferrari model, Hamilton is already making a name for himself by pushing the car to its limits in unexpected ways, and leaving Charles Leclerc and the entire paddock absolutely impressed. Everyone knew that his arrival would shake the team's foundations, but few anticipated such a revolution. The 7-time world champion wastes no time in leaving his mark, and his actions behind the wheel deserve a thorough analysis. Could his way of driving be the key to unlocking Ferrari's true potential in 2025? Is he already putting maximum pressure on Leclerc? And more importantly, might this trigger an internal battle that could completely transform the championship fight? Stay with us as we explore every detail of Hamilton's surprising adaptation to the new project, how he is challenging Leclerc, and why this scenario could represent a decisive turning point for Ferrari in 2025. From the moment Lewis Hamilton stepped into the new car in Maranello, it became clear that he would face a completely different experience. After spending 12 years driving a Mercedes vehicle, Hamilton now confronts an entirely new challenge. With a renewed engine, a different design philosophy, and an entirely new way of working, many wondered how long it would take for him to adjust. But the pre-season tests in Bahrain have already provided the answer. He is adapting faster than anyone had imagined. What surprised everyone during the tests was Hamilton's ability to extract the best performance from the new model in a way that even Charles Leclerc had not anticipated, all thanks to his distinctive driving style. One of Leclerc's greatest strengths has always been his bold approach during qualifying. He is known for pushing the car to its absolute limits, finding fractions of a second where other drivers would not even dare to try. This ability largely comes from his technique of using the accelerator and brake simultaneously in a subtle manner to maintain the engine's power while decelerating. Although it is a complex technique to master, Leclerc has been employing it for many years to achieve incredible lap time, and it is precisely at this point that the scenario becomes even more interesting. Hamilton has now adopted the same strategy. According to information from Ferrari, the driver was observed using the overlapping of pedals in moderate speed corners, especially at the 10th corner of the Bahrain circuit, one of the most challenging. This approach allowed him to gain time over Leclerc in certain sections. For a driver who spent his entire career under a completely different automotive philosophy, this evolution is remarkable. It shows that Hamilton is not only adapting to Ferrari, but is also actively refining his style to extract the maximum from the new vehicle. And the best part is that the results are already showing. The fact that Hamilton is matching Leclerc in some sectors, even after such a short time with the car, serves as a warning to the Monegasque driver. Leclerc spent years shaping the team in his own way, and suddenly finds himself with a teammate who not only brings vast experience, but also adapts at an astonishing pace. The new Ferrari car is a truly intriguing creation. The team implemented bold design changes for 2025, such as adopting a front suspension of the pull rod type, inspired by other leading teams, a more aggressive aerodynamics package to improve cornering speed and stability, a more refined power delivery that offers greater control when exiting slow corners, and improved tire management, which was one of the team's weak points in the last season. On paper, all these innovations should transform the vehicle into a highly competitive machine. However, not everything is running smoothly. While Hamilton appears to be comfortable with the new project, Leclerc has been facing challenges with the car's instability. Reports from Bahrain indicate that Ferrari has provided less rear downforce compared to the previous year's model, making the car more unstable, especially in prolonged corners. And it is precisely in this aspect that Hamilton's adaptability shines. Over the years, he has built a reputation as one of the best drivers when it comes to adjusting to different car behavior, whether it is managing the tires, dealing with peculiar handling characteristics, or altering his driving technique. Hamilton has always found ways to extract the best from any car. In contrast, Leclerc seems to be more sensitive to these variations, with his natural style favoring a car with a more dominant front and a tendency toward oversteer. Should Ferrari's new design philosophy lean toward a balance that results in understeer, this could pose a significant challenge for him. What are the implications for Ferrari's season in 2025? First, we may be witnessing one of the most intense internal battles in the team's history. If Hamilton continues evolving at this pace, he will quickly become a considerable threat to Leclerc's position within the team. Secondly, the championship ambitions will depend on how quickly Ferrari can fine-tune the new project. At present, McLaren is emerging as the fastest team in the tests, and Mercedes has apparently also registered significant improvement. If Ferrari wishes to stay in contention, it will be necessary to resolve the balance issues and provide both drivers with a stable and predictable car. Moreover, this situation raises important questions about the team's internal dynamics. Ferrari has been built around Leclerc for many years, but if Hamilton starts to outshine his teammate, the team may be forced to rethink its strategy. At the moment, both drivers are treated equally. But as the season progresses, Ferrari may have to make difficult choices. Should one of the drivers clearly emerge as the favorite for the title, the team will either support him unconditionally or risk fostering an internal conflict by allowing both to freely compete. One thing is clear: Hamilton is not at Ferrari merely to fill a seat. He is determined to win. And if Leclerc does not take caution, he may find himself involved in a battle far greater than he ever imagined. The season in 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic and unpredictable in recent years. Ferrari has the potential to be a strong title contender, but the internal rivalry between Hamilton and Leclerc could prove to be as fierce as the competition against Red Bull, McLaren, and Mercedes. Every lap, every update, and every strategic decision will be crucial in this fight for the top spot. The tension is growing by the day, and with the first race approaching, the drama is only set to escalate. In this context, Hamilton's distinctive driving style and rapid adaptation raise questions about whether he will establish himself as the main force within the team sooner than expected. Leclerc, on the other hand, faces one of the greatest challenges of his career. After years of being Ferrari's undisputed leader, he now finds himself in a direct battle with one of the greatest drivers in the history of Formula One. It remains to be seen whether the Monegasque driver will be able to reaffirm his position and prove that Ferrari is still his team, or if Hamilton's experience and relentless pursuit of perfection will prevail. Beyond Ferrari, the entire grid is preparing for a season that promises to redefine the hierarchy in Formula One. McLaren emerges as a significant threat. Mercedes appears stronger than expected, and Red Bull continues to be the benchmark to beat. Every lap and every strategic decision will be decisive in this race for the top spot. One thing is certain: this is only the beginning of an intense journey filled with challenge.